What's up, community? Flitzman here, and hey, do you like gritty remakes of stuff? Do you want corruption in your favorite movie franchise? Well, introducing Levram Worlds, the Marvel Universe twisted beyond recognition, where Captain America is a cyborg assassin, and Natasha Romanoff is running the Red Room and the Widow's operatives, and where there's infighting amongst the brothers Odinson. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's start off with the first story. And ahead of time, I want to let you know that I will be making these videos completely voiceover, because usually whenever I write a script, I just kind of look back to it to remember what I have to say and kind of lose my train of thought a lot, and that's kind of easy to see if you've watched my videos. But these videos, completely audio, so that I can read the script word for word, because I'm really proud of these ideas and I've been writing them for a while. So, without further ado, this is the first Levram World story, Agent America, First of None. The characters are Steve Rogers, aka Agent America, Bucky Barnes, aka The Autumn Bruiser, Johann Schmidt, aka Red Skull, Daniel Whitehall, aka The Kraken, Peggy Carter, Howard Stark, Chester Phillips, Arnim Zola, Baron Zemo, and James Howlett, aka Lucky Jack. Steve Rogers and Bucky are being held in a Hydra base. Hydra's about to kill them, but Steve goes on an anti-fascism monologue, causing one of their captors, Arnim Zola, to call for the Kraken, a masked Hydra agent who prepares to kill Steve. Before he can, however, the base is invaded by S.H.I.E.L.D. agents, and only Zola and the Kraken escape, while also kidnapping Bucky. One of the agents, Peggy Carter, is so inspired by Steve's monologue that she volunteers him to join the Cyber Agent Project, and the two shortly after begin dating. His first mission is to capture the Kraken. However, when they bring him in and unmask him, they're shocked to see the face of Bucky Barnes, who's broken out of a state of mind control when the mask comes off. They put him in a cell while they look into the technology. In the cell, he tries to explain to Steve that he had no choice, but Steve, having been worn down by the pressure on his shoulders to be turned into a weak-willed follower, tells Bucky that he'll be imprisoned either way. And so Bucky breaks out and runs away. On his next mission, Chester Phillips orders Steve to kill a Russian assassin named Zemo. He tries to deny it, since Zemo's son is there, but his body suddenly jerks, and he runs his shield into his chest. Steve is then commanded to kidnap the child and bring him into the S.H.I.E.L.D. base. We then cut to 5 months later, where Bucky has fled to Canada and is bunking with his friend James Howlett, aka Lucky Jack. His days are pleasant, but the serenity is cut short when he sees a newspaper headline talking about Agent America's killing streak. He resolves to fight his friend, and to help him in the fight, Jack injects his own mutant blood into Bucky. For his latest mission, Steve storms into a Hydra base to steal a ship and immediately shoots Red Skull in the face. Meanwhile, Howard Stark realizes that Phillips was using the mind control technology that they had from the Kraken on Steve. When he confronts him, however, Stark is shot and killed by Phillips. While on the plane, Steve and a stowaway Bucky fight. Steve begins to come to thanks to Bucky, but before he fully can, the ship crashes into the ice water. And the movie ends with Peggy waiting on her porch for Steve to return. Post-credits scene, Bucky and Steve's bodies are found in the ice. And that's the pitch. And side note, you might have noticed in the beginning that I called Bucky the Autumn Bruiser when I was listing off the characters. Let me explain. You know how in the usual Marvel universe, he's an assassin for the German and Russian military, hence winter because cold? Well, in this, he spends most of his time in Canada doing bar fights with his buddy Jack Howlett. So, Autumn Bruiser. And my camera's about to die, so that'll be it. Until next time, blast that like button down below and subscribe so you don't miss another video. When you click subscribe, click the bell to the side, that way you will be notified. And until next time, it's time for me to fly off into the sky. See ya!